This video teaches you how to use Python code to replicate some of the assumptions in the Black-Scholes-Merton model with a higher order Taylor series expansion. I'll keep my use of the mouse to a minimum and teach you how to do it using the keyboard. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the like button. Hit the notification bell for more great videos to come. To open the internet, press Windows key 2, Control Shift O as an Oscar, N key, and then scroll up to Google Collaboratory Notebook. Use the Tab key till you get to the Google Collaboratory Notebook you want. In this case, I'm doing the Taylor series options. Let's get into it. First, you're going to import the necessary libraries and things you need to run the program. Import numpy as np from scipy.stats, import norm from simpy, import a bunch of different things, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and then percentage matplotlib is going to be set to inline. Press Control Enter to run this code. That works, so I'll move on to the next one. First, I'm going to use the higher order Taylor series to approximate the shape of a sine wave, just to get the general idea down. Create two variables, x and y, set x equal to np spot linspace, negative np spot pi to positive np spot pi with 500. That's going to give us our range. And y is going to be equal to sine of x, so set y equal to np spot sine of x. Then for the plot, I'm going to have an x, a y-axis, k is in kilo with the label f as a function of x equals sine of x. Then I have the slash and dollar symbols. Type plt.grid with true as the argument. The x label will be x, the y label will be y, and then I have the various iterations of the Taylor series from 1 to 5. And then again, plt.plot with the following arguments: x, Taylor, b as in Bravo, and the label is going to be equal to Taylor approx. That's going to be the label for this. Then type plt.legend. Press Control Enter. And as you can see from the graph, the Taylor series approximation of the sine wave worked pretty well until you get to about -2 and +2, and then it starts to veer off. But pretty good. This is out to the 5th iteration of the Taylor series. And so that's not too bad. Next, I'm going to define the Black-Scholes call value using Black-Scholes model, as well as puts, European calls and puts, and then define theta and use an if statement. So if the contract type is C as in Charlie, it's a call. If the contract type is P as in Papa, it's a put. So in other words, the call price is going to be equal to S times the cumulative distribution function for the standard normal distribution in terms of D1 minus K times N in terms of D2 discounted at the risk-free rate continuously. That's why you have the exponent function raised to the negative risk-free rate times time to expiration power. So the value of a call is the spot price of the underlying adjusted for the probability that the option will be in the money minus the present discounted risk neutral value, the strike price. For the put, it's going to be the exact opposite. So it's going to be strike minus spot instead of spot minus strike. And then theta is how sensitive the two options are to time decay. Theta is mathematically the first derivative of the value of the option with respect to time. Theta is negative for both a call and a put. I've modeled it algebraically here. Press Control Enter to run this, and it worked. Next, I'm going to define a function that will allow me to return the various time Greeks: implied volatility, spot price, strike price, risk-free rate, time to expiration. Now I'm going to create those variables and set them equal to symbol with the argument, type the symbol name in quotes, and set real equal to true, so they're real numbers. Sigma equals symbol with the argument sigma, real equals true. So sigma is one of the variables. That's what we're using for implied volatility. Then I have D as in delta 1 and D as in delta 2 again, just like before. And then the value of the call to return the various Greeks. I create delta tango 1 through delta tango 6, and with the various outputs 0 through 6. Then I'm going to return the outputs, and I also have to return the price Greeks. So again, a lot of the same stuff here. S equals symbol, real equals true, etc. Delta 1, delta 2, C as in Charlie, all the same. This time I'm going to have delta Sierra 1 through delta Sierra 6. And then I return those. So press Control Enter. And that worked. Now I'm going to show an option. The spot price of the underlying is $100, strike price $110, risk-free rate 1%, time to expiration 1 year, and the implied volatility sigma is going to be 30%. Then I set T-span equal to np.linspace with the arguments 1, 0, and 366. C as in Charlie will be equal to the call price as a function of the following arguments: sigma, spot price of the underlying, strike price, risk-free rate, and the T-span, which has to do with time to expiration. Then I'm going to set up the plot with X label, Y label, and so forth. And then here at the end, I build out the Taylor series with factorials, T-span, and the various delta tangos that I used. Press Control Enter to run this. And now you can see essentially what I've done is I've replicated the assumptions of the Black-Scholes model and overlaid the Taylor approximation also on the graph, and you can see it was a pretty good approximation up until the very end in the lower right corner, but it's a pretty good way to understand the call value with respect to time. As it approaches expiration, the value of the call falls. Next, I will value the spot price of the underlying with delta gamma, speed, and so forth, and do the same thing, compare it to the higher order Taylor series. So I'll write Control Enter. This is where I will have to use my mouse to scroll down. But now you can see the Taylor series expansion and the Black-Scholes curve. As the spot price of the underlying rises, the value of the call option, the European call, also rises at a super linear rate. It's not quite linear, you can see some curvature here, and so that's the value of this. And now you know how to use Python code to replicate the call options price with respect to time and the call options price with respect to the spot price of the underlying. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and please buy my books. The links to those will be in the description of this video.